All right, I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the Amelia Village Council meeting October 9, 2012. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 7:15. Kevin, roll call, please.
Mr. Dickerson. Here. Ms. Gerber.
Here.
Mr. Pollock.
He is absent.
Mr. Campbell.
He is also absent.
Mr. Thacker and Ms. Elliott.
We're here.
Here.
All right, we can stand for
4-0 with 2 excused absences.
stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and remain standing. Everyone's aware that this month is the American Cancer Society for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, that being said, I'd like to read a proclamation. The proclamation reads, whereas breast cancer touches the lives of Americans from every background and every community across our nation, and whereas during National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we honor those we have lost, lend our strength to those who carry on the fight, and pledge to educate ourselves and our loved ones about this tragic disease. And whereas this month we stand with the mothers, daughters, sisters, aunts, and friends who have been affected by breast cancer, and we recognize the ongoing efforts of dedicated advocates, researchers, and healthcare providers who strive each day to defeat this terrible disease. And whereas in memory of the loved ones we have lost and inspired by the resilience of those living with the disease, let us strengthen our resolve to lead our world toward a future free from cancer in all its forms. And therefore, I, Todd J. Hart, Mayor of Amelia Village of Ohio, do hereby proclaim October 2012 as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month in Amelia Village. I encourage all residents, private businesses, nonprofit organizations, and others interested groups to join in activities that will increase awareness of what we can do to prevent breast cancer. October 9th, 2012. I'd like to thank everyone, and I will move on. If we could, everybody has the copy of the regular meeting minutes for September 25th, 2012. If so, and they've been gone over, I entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion over the regular meeting minutes? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yay.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 2 absences.
We have a second set of minutes, which are the special meeting minutes for September 28, 2012. This time, I'd entertain a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any discussion over these minutes? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yay.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
I know.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 2 absent.
Okay.
There's another set of minutes. There's a third set of minutes. October 4th.
If there is, I do not. We have a third set?
But I want to.
Oh, thank you. We have a third special session, October 4th, 2012. Everybody got a copy?
What is it for?
It's October 4th, 2012.
Sounds right.
That's why I didn't find it. Yep. Because it's on the back.
I'll give you a few minutes to go over that.
Let's take them all together.
Everybody's had a chance. I entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
First, I have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yay.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 2 absent.
All right, thank you. Moving on, Chief Friend. We have discussion collecting debt from state and local entities.
The Attorney General's Office, Mike DeWine, now has a opportunity for more of the smaller villages and entities such as us, them be able to collect debts for us. We already have a debt collector as far as mayor's court goes, and how they get paid is when they collect the debt for us, they also charge that person their fees. So it's our fines and costs, and then their percentage they get out of it. And the Attorney General's office sort of runs the same way, except they charge 10% for the debtors. And how they do that is when they file their state income tax, they collect it that way. So you got a lot of drawers back here. Like I've been talking since I've been here, there's drawers full back there of warrants, and a lot of those warrants, probably over 80% of those warrants are from fines and costs that's not collected. But when they go to, and that's because we can't find it because they move so often. But when they file that state income tax and they expect to get money back, you know that address is going to be good because that's where their check's going. So the Attorney General's office intercepts that, and what they do is they get our costs plus 10%, and the debtor also pays the 10% through the state. So I think it's a good program. The prosecuting attorney, Darren Miller, is looking into this, and I think it's a pretty good idea, but I wanted to bring that to your attention to make sure that you know about this, and you would, if that is an opportunity for us to go ahead and go forward with that. Probably it's pretty good idea. And that's about all I know about where I'm at. So,
All right. Thanks, Chief. All righty. It looks like we need to discuss, we have a meeting in December, and it falls on Christmas.
Dinner, Mr. Finley?
Did not know if council would like to move that up.
We do it on the 18th or
But we have a meeting on the 11th. We could do that if council so chooses to move that up to the 18th.
Do we need to necessarily even have it? Is it gonna, I mean, I guess is it
I
gonna
think we
give us-
will because of appropriations and end of the year and things, and then we can schedule it now, and if we don't, then I can put a memo out to cancel that.
They think it's good then. I guess I asked the wrong. The question would be, is it going to do us any good to have another one so quickly? But if we've got stuff we can do.
So the 18th work for council? Okay. Then, guess I'll get that in the form of a motion. Council wants to go ahead and move the second meeting in December to the 18th.
make a motion.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yay.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 2 absent.
All right. Next, we have the approval of the bills. Everybody got a copy of the bills?
The Creative Ninjas,
Yes.
did we find out if that is a monthly charge, or they charge us like a monthly fee to do whatever changes on there, or is it just charged as needed?
$60 a month. He bills quarterly.
So we're paying whether any changes are made or not.
Correct.
Is there a limit on the amount of changes that can be done each month? Or is it just $60?
That would be a good question probably for Julie, because I'm not sure how many changes. that we do.
We're
But I
not-
will find out when she comes back.
Yeah, if it's just a flat fee, regardless of what we do on there, then we need to update it.
Julie, do we get a flat fee from Creative Ninjas on a quarterly basis, or every time we update or change that, do they bill us?
They bill us on a monthly fee, just a monthly, flat monthly fee.
So it doesn't matter how many times we change it?
Correct.
Okay.
We should be making updates on it more often and take advantage of it. Since we're paying the $60, we should make the most of it.
What do you want on?
I was just curious of the charge, if it was a flat rate monthly or if it was just as we make changes to it.
No.
Okay.
Regardless of how much activity there is, we pay the same.
Okay.
Any other discussion over the bills? If not, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we pay the bills. Second.
I have a motion, I have a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yay.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 2 absent.
Alrighty. Committee reports, finance.
I guess we discussed the most recent quotes on our new computer system. Kevin gave us an update on the current month of our budget, and we started discussing our healthcare plans for next year. A couple side notes, I guess, have kind of come up since the meeting. It sounds like we might actually be able to get a grant for the computer system through the police department. So that's going to be a huge, if that happens. And there's also some talk that we may be able to get into the county's healthcare plan. So that would be nice if that can happen too. So that's kind of all we had for
For finance? All right. Planning and zoning. Since I'm the only one here for planning and zoning, I will go over what was brought up and recommended. We have two recommendations, and both of them we will have to have a public hearing to change, to listen, and then council can decide after the public hearing. The first one is to propose changes to section 152.033 through 152.038 and 152.105 and 152.106. These changes would be in reference to lot sizes, building sizes, and just a general update of what we have on our zoning now. It needs to be updated and brought more current, and these changes would do that. So we're going to have I need to get a motion from council to move forward with that, to set a public hearing up on the 13th of November at 6:30.
What were the 4 code sections again, please?
There are 152.033 through 152.038. The second one is 152.105 and 152.106.
Do we have a copy of those changes?
I will make sure everyone gets a copy of those changes.
You said it was a lot.
We have a public hearing, so you'll get them before the public hearing, and we can go over them.
Now, is that public hearing going to be for mainly for planning commission, or is it going to be full council?
Planning, it will be full council.
Full council. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And that will be on the same day we have a council meeting, actually, because we need to publicize also. I'll go ahead first and get a motion to publicize that. I've got a motion, I've got a second. Any other discussion? Kevin, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yay.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 2 absent.
And the second public hearing we will need will be the same time of the 11/13/12 at 6:45. And that will also be in November. And that will be to make changes to the sexually oriented business language in the Amelia Village zoning code. And that's where planning and zoning has taken council's advice and went in and looked at the current law that we have now, and they're trying to make it more stringent, being that you have some citizens that have put on the ballot for the alcohol. We want to make sure everything's in place, so if and when that passes, we can move forward with legislation to govern what type of businesses come in.
We model ours kind of after Union Township, right?
Yes, it is copied off of Union Townships, and it's been tried in court twice, and it's upheld, so we feel pretty secure with what they've done and what everyone else around them has done to make sure that we do what we need to do to protect our citizens. So with that, I'll need a motion to have that public hearing at 6:45 on the 13th of November.
Second.
Motion, I have a second. Any other discussion over that?
Now the hearing's going to be held here.
Yes, it will be held here. The public will have the opportunity to review the new language at the Amelia Village Hall, 44 West Main Street, Amelia, Ohio, 45102, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. We will have the hearing here. That gives the public an opportunity. They have 30 days to come up and look over this information and bring it to the hearing.
So the first hearing was at 6:30?
No, the first hearing is at 6:30.
Right, then 6:45.
And then 6:45, and then we have a regular scheduled council meeting at 7 o'clock.
But we should plan on being here at 6:30.
Yes.
Okay.
Did we get a vote on that, Kevin?
Not yet.
Any other discussion? If none, roll call vote.
Mr. Dickerson.
Yay.
Ms. Gerber.
Yeah.
Mr. Thacker.
Yay.
Ms. Elliott.
Yay.
Passes 4-0, 1 or 2 absent.
The only other thing planning and zoning are looking at right now, and they'll probably bring it to you at the next council meeting, will be fee schedules, because our fees have not been updated since the 80s. So we're trying to just bring them up more current with what the fees on the surrounding areas have. So that's all we have for planning and zoning. Safety.
We're just doing another announcement of getting interested residents in a neighborhood watch program to attend our next safety meeting, which is the 7th of November at 7 p.m. here at this building. If there's anybody interested, please come out. We did have an officer at the last one discussing how the neighborhood watch program works, and it seems really interesting. So anybody interested, please come out.
All right. That's when? When is that?
November 7th, 7 o'clock.
All right. With only having 4 council members, we will not be able to do any of the legislation tonight. So we can, the appropriations, Kevin, is it imperative we go ahead and have a special meeting to do that, or can it wait till the next council meeting?
It can wait, just as long as it's done by the end of the year.
Okay. I think we can manage that.
You know, the sooner the better, but as long as it's taken care of at some point.
Okay. All righty. Public input. We got any public input tonight? No public input. Council input.
Just to let everybody know that we are doing a Halloween decorating contest here in the village. None of the village employees, obviously, can apply. And the judging is going to be done on the 20th, Saturday is when we plan to go out. Renee, Susan, and myself will be out doing the judging then. And the plan is to hopefully have a decision made that Saturday and be able to announce and have those the winner here on the council meeting the 23rd.
And you will be excluded, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
Just so everyone knows that they come by and see your yard.
Yeah, I'm the one with the giant Halloween spider.
All right. Any other council input? You've covered the Halloween. I've got wanted to put out the Christmas parade is tentative December 9th. If anybody wants to know any information about the Christmas parade, they can go to, it's an email, ameliachristmas@yahoo.com.
And the village is also planning to do a Christmas decorating contest too, just to get the word out a second time.
Okay.
So be prepared, people. Lots of
All right.
decorating to do.
Any other council input?
Were you able to get with Kevin? Do I need to ask about Parks and Rec?
No, I can do that later this
Okay.
evening. I'll get with him on that. Any other council input? More council input? Our next council meeting will be Tuesday, October 23rd, 2012 at 7 p.m. And with looking at the legislation that we're going to be moving then, it's going to be a pretty busy meeting, so. If there's no other business,
As long as the rates aren't.
It might
Just-
be.
they might. See, I should just stretch this out just a little.
No, I don't
bit
think
longer.
so. You're killing me. Killing me.
Okay, with no further business, at this time, I will make a motion.
In Bob's absence, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion. All in favor?